call yourself a man? You know you're a lying, low-life, motherfucking gambling degenerate prick. You know that's what you are?
Well, hello you degenerate fucks, and welcome to the Degenerate Gambler. It is Thursday the 19th of August. Just here with another review/preview show. Looking back at last week's bets and then looking ahead to the weekend. Excuse me. I've actually got a new mic, so I'm hoping that the sound quality is a bit better. It's a slightly higher priced one. I bought it with some of the winnings that I won a few weeks ago. So let's hope it's better sound quality for everyone. So let's get stuck in. Last week was the kind of nearly up. Every bet was beat by one selection or one goal, one per result. Saturday on Sunday. So I'll go back through them. So on Saturday I had Leicester win 1-0, had West Brom win 3-2, had Bournemouth win 2-1, Portsmouth win 2-0, and then Salford drew 0 each. Apparently they hit the post, I think maybe hit the bar as well, but I should have won the game playing against a team that's never been in the Football League before, and they draw 0 each. So I was paying like 200, so that was disappointing. The side bet of over 2.5s, I had Watford and Villa, which was 3-2, Hull QPR, which was 3-0, Gaisley and AFC failed, I think it was 4-2. I think so. And then Mansfield Newport 2-1, and then the one that beat it was Wigan Rotherham. I think Wigan scored in the 85th or 96th minute. So that beat that one. So there you go. So a 0-0 in Salford. Done that, and then a 1-0 result in the Wigan game. Done that. That evening, I did a bet. Wasn't that great. I done a small bet builder in the Liverpool match as well, which was decent. I was surprised that it didn't touch because I had Liverpool to win, Jota to score anytime, over I think it was 0 cards Liverpool, over 5 corners Liverpool, and then over 1 card for Norwich, and they only got 1 card. I think it was Cantwell fouled Jota or Firmino on the break, but there was tackles there that were flying, should have been up, and at half time all I needed was the 2 cards. I was offering like 25 quid, but I never took it. So look, that was Saturday. Sunday I did I think it was like a 7 timer, and City let it down. So I had Newcastle West Ham overs at 10-11. That was up. Barca at home to Sociedad, they won 4-2, that was up. Seville at home to Real Vallecano, they were 4-9, they went 3-0. I had Copenhagen game to be overs at 3-4, they went 3-1 I think. I had Marseille at home to Bordeaux, which the match finished 2 each, but because I did it on Bet365, there was an early payout, so technically that touched. And then I had Atletico Madrid away at Celta Vigo, they were 4-9, draw no bet, and they won 2-0 or 2-1 maybe. And then lastly, the one that done it was City away to Spurs. I think City done a lot of people because people started to expect them to come out and play well, get a result. What I will say from watching the game, they look pretty average without Kevin De Bruyne. I think he just runs the show in that centre of park. And they looked very, very late up in sort of the middle of the park and up top. Grealish didn't have a great game, but once De Bruyne come on, I think it was about 70 minutes, they looked like they were going to score. Now Spurs did defend well, so you have to give them credit too. But yeah, City, and Spurs were 5-1 to win that game, which is crazy. 5-1. So yeah, disappointing. It was the nearly week. There's 4 bets over the 2 days that were very unlucky, or one selection beat them. So yeah, that's probably what I'll call the episode, the nearly weekend. So yeah, moving on to this week. Again, there is a bit of form starting to creep in because obviously it's the third game. There was obviously midweek fixtures on Tuesday, Wednesday in the Championship, League 1, League 2. So they're going on to like the third games. So first team, and this is another thing, like a lot of hard games in the midweek fixtures in the Championship and EFL, and it's the same at the weekend. There's games that I'm looking at going, oh, they're tight. But the National League's also back, so I think I've picked a couple of teams in that as well. So just hoping the teams I've picked get off to a good start. So anyway, the first team I've picked is in League 1, and it's Wickham. Wickham had some good results, I think 2 wins and a draw. Sitting with 7 points. Pretty good home record. They've won 4 of their last 5 at home. And so Wickham are at home to Lincoln, and they're 7-5, which is 2.4. Great price. Wickham, I'm nearly sure in their last game were a great price too, and they won. So, sorry, it wasn't the last game, it was against Cheltenham at the weekend. Yeah, against Cheltenham the weekend they were 2-1 and they won 3-1. So, hoping that they can keep their good record going. As I say, pretty good at home. Lincoln, 2 draws, 2 wins and a defeat in the last 5 at home. That runs into last season. But they drew 1 each with Gillingham in the league away from home. So, next, as I said, I dropped down to the National League, and I have Wrexham, a team that I've backed to get promoted. Wrexham are away at Solihull Moors. Wrexham, as I've mentioned before, have signed a guy from Cambridge who was a top goal scorer for Cambridge last year. I think he scored 25 goals. His name is... No, that's not him. Hold on 1 second. Paul Mullen. Paul Mullen, 26 years old. Scored 2 against Harrogate. Scored against... sorry, that was last season. But anyway, he scored 25 league goals for Cambridge last year in League 2. And now he's dropped into, the National League, a league below. So he should do well. So anyway, Wrexham away at Solihull are 11-10, which is 2.1. Next, another National League team, a team who were very unlucky not to get promoted last year, is Torquay. And Torquay are at home to Altrincham, and they are 3-5. Again, looking at their records, Torquay have a pretty good home record. They've won 2, draw 2, lost 1 in the last 5. But again, this is all last season because the league hasn't started. They beat Altrincham 3 times out of 5. 1 draw, 1 Altrincham win. So that's those 2. Now, the next one I have a bit of a problem. Actually, I'll leave this till the end. The next definite selection is Fulham. And Fulham are at home to Hull, and they're 3.5, which is, or 3-5, which is 1.6. That's also the price of Torquay, 3-5, which is 1.6. Fulham made a good start to the league. Hull find it difficult in the Championship, but Fulham at home, again, I always say it, teams who want promoted have to win their home games. They're currently 7 points. Hull have got 3. I think they beat Peterborough 3-0 on the first day. But, I just think, Fulham, candidates for promotion, need to win their home games. I think that's a fair price. So that's 4. My 5th choice is not decided yet. And I know when I come on here I like to have my bets ready, but there is a game that priced up that I would fancy. So I'll wait, and then if it doesn't, if the price isn't great or something changed my mind, I'll go with my alternate. But the next game that I fancy is AFC Failed, who I backed last week over 2s, to win at home to Boston United. Now, as I've said, the price isn't there, so there's no point backing it if it's 1-3 or something. But AFC failed, won their first game at home, and in Boston lost. But AFC failed have a good record against Boston. They've won all 4 times that they've played them. So that's my thinking there. So that will be the selection if the price is decent. If not, I'm going to put it on to Sunderland at home to Wimbledon. So Sunderland have made a pretty decent start, which I'm surprised about because they did lose a lot of players. They're currently 2 wins and a defeat. But Wimbledon they're actually undefeated because they've won 1 and drew 2. But Sunderland at home, let's see, last year Sunderland beat them twice and there was a draw. So yeah, that will be my alternate selection. Obviously I don't know, maybe I won't get this price until later, but once I do I'll make that call. But either way, maybe if you're following one of the bets, maybe you don't fancy one of them, you can throw Sunderland in instead if you fancy them more. So that's that. That comes out at around 20-1 if you include the Sunderland price, which is, sorry, I never gave Sunderland out. Sunderland is 7-11. It's just over 4-7. So that is 1.64. So yeah, that's if you add those up. Now the AFC failed price, if it's around the same as that, I'll put that in, and it'll still obviously be around 20-1. So that's that. That'll be my tenner bet. For the side bet of a fiver, obviously sticking with my overs. I've been coming close, but there's been that one game where I haven't really even got a sweat. So I'm hoping this week I can get all 5. So I'm just going to run through these. Again, there's not much form. There's just history and, what you fancy really. So Villa Newcastle 8-11. That's 1.73. Leeds Everton 4-6. 1.67. Blackburn West Brom 13-10. That's 2.3. Bournemouth Blackpool 11-10. That's 2.1. Cambridge Burton evens 2.0. So that one works out about 28-1. So all the fiver on that would be about 140 odds. Yeah, that's basically it. So as I say, I've had my midweek bets. Done a bet on Tuesday, doing a bet Wednesday. The bet on Wednesday might carry over into Thursday, so if you're listening to this I might still have a sweat going, I don't know. If this bet's beat, I'm not doing another one. Because that confidence, looking at Wednesday night, there's not that much I can do. There's only 5 championship games and then a few others, but then on Thursday when there's loads of games, which will be tonight when you're listening to this, there's a lot of poor prices, 1-8s, 1-6s, so it's not worth your while. I did manage to pick out a 5-timer. I think it's 2 on Wednesday and 3 on Thursday, so that'll be posted anyway. But I say that's it. I do always say, if you're listening to this, would you please share the links, retweets, likes, stuff like that. It also helps to grow the thing. Join my Telegram group. Again, it's nothing special, there's nothing extra, but links to that are on my Instagram, on Twitter, and I wonder, have to see if I can put a link to it in the description. There's all links to my Twitter and my Instagram in the description, so if you don't follow me on social media, please do. As I say, retweet the links to the episodes. It really helps. It gets people to download, to get more listeners, build a community. That's the whole idea. So that's basically it. That just leaves me to say, if you are doing a bet this weekend, good luck and happy punting.
Here, get the fuck out of here. Here, thanks. Let me find out you fucked up. I'll leave you wherever I find you.